Hello and welcome to Sabha TV. This is News Tonight. I'm Rajya. Let's have a look at the top headlines. Anti-triple talaq bill introduced by Law Minister Ravi Shankar Prasad in Rajya Sabha. Opposition wants bill to be sent to Select Committee for better parliamentary scrutiny. Leader of House Arun Jaitley says Supreme Court verdict makes law mandatory within 6 months. Dalit leaders call off Maharashtra Bandh to protest the violence triggered in Pune during the 200th anniversary celebration of Koregaon Bhim battle. Issue disrupts proceedings in both House of Parliament. Cabinet Committee of Economic Affairs approves new aims in Bilaspur, Himachal Pradesh. Project to be undertaken cost of 1,351 crore under Pradhan Mantri Swasth Suraksha Yojana. And the US is withholding $255 million in aid from Pakistan because of its failure to cooperate fully in America's fight against terrorism. US Ambassador to United Nations Nikki Haley said on Tuesday. A top story. Introducing triple talaq bill in Rajya Sabha on Wednesday, the government underlined urgent need for legislation, saying the Supreme Court verdict on the issue makes it mandatory that law be enforced within 6 months. Discussion on the issue could not happen as opposition demanded the bill be sent to Select Committee for further scrutiny. As the deadlock over the bill prevailed, the House was adjourned till Thursday.
The Muslim Women Protection of Rights and Marriage Bill 2017 or the Triple Talaq Bill was introduced in Rajya on Wednesday by Law Minister Ravi Shankar Prasad. The opposition parties, however, demanded that the bill be sent to the select panel of Rajya Sabha to plug some gaps in the proposed legislation.
That this House, being strongly committed to women empowerment and women's rights, refers the Muslim Women Protection and Rights on Marriage Bill 2017 as passed by the Lok Sabha to a select committee of the Rajya Sabha.
Your amendment. I beg your permission to move that the bill be referred to the select committee.
चाहे हिंदू हो, चाहे मुसलमान हो, चाहे सिख हो, चाहे ईसाई हो, सब महिलाओं को लिए एक कानून आना चाहिए। सिर्फ एक वर्ग की महिलाओं सभी वर्ग की महिलाओं के लिए।
Leader of the House Arun Jaitley questioned the permissibility of opposition's resolution to send the bill to the select panel as it defied the established conventions of the House. Jaitley also underscored the need for an exigent legislation by Parliament on triple talaq in line with Supreme Court's verdict.
For a period of 6 months,
You can rebut it. Why do you worry?
and we beseech, the word they use is we beseech all political parties. Therefore, within this period, you come out with an appropriate legislation to this effect.
Okay.
And therefore, the practice remains, as far as those two opinions are concerned, suspended for a period of 6 months. Therefore, there is an urgency that the country expects from Parliament, and that urgency is that this practice is unlawful. Some people have come and said we will still defy the judgment and resort to this particular practice, and therefore the legislature must act with a sense of responsibility, act expeditiously, and therefore what has been declared to be unconstitutional, give it a legislative change.
With no visible respite or conciliation in sight, the chair adjourned the House till Thursday.
House is adjourned till 11 hours Saturday on 4th January.
Kriti Mishra, Rajya Sabha TV.
A correspondent Vikram Singh spoke to Law Minister Ravi Shankar Prasad on the issue. The Law Minister accused Congress of having double standards on the bill after party asked the bill to be sent to Select Committee. Let's listen to what he had to say.
रविशंकर प्रसाद जी, एक अहम विधेयक 3 तलाक को लेकर आज राज्यसभा में पास नहीं हो पाया। आपकी पूरी कोशिश थी, किस तरीके से देखते हैं, क्या वजह रही, विपक्ष का रुख कैसे देखते हैं?
देखिए, मोटी बात क्या है कि कांग्रेस पार्टी ने इसका लोकसभा में समर्थन किया था। जी, हमारा वहाँ बहुमत था। अच्छा लगा हमें। जब बिल पारित के बाद सबों ने ताली बजाया, हमने बजाया, उन्होंने भी बजाया, तो राज्यसभा में क्या हो गया? बिल तो वही था। उधर लोकसभा थी, राज्यसभा थी, तो यहाँ आपका चेहरा दूसरा कैसे हो गया? ये बड़े सवाल है। तो कांग्रेस पार्टी नहीं चाहती दिल से कि महिलाओं के हक की लड़ाई में उनको जल्दी मिले। आज भी 3 तलाक हो रहा है, 100 तो हुआ है सुप्रीम कोर्ट के 22 अगस्त फैसले के बाद जो जानकारी में आया है।
राज्यसभा में आपका नंबर उस तरीके से नहीं है कि पास कराया जा सके। जो आपके सहयोगी दल हैं, AIDMK हो या दूसरे दल, वो कांग्रेस की तरफ झुकाव है, सिलेक्ट कमेटी भेजने पर बात चल रही है, उस पर आप किस तरीके से उन्हें मैनेज करेंगे?
कि कांग्रेस पार्टी से हमारा नंबर राज्यसभा में जल्दी उनसे बहुत बड़ा हो जाएगा। ठीक है, इसी का दुरुपयोग कर रहे हैं। छोटे दल से हमारी चिंता नहीं है। सही सवाल कांग्रेस पार्टी का है। दोहरा चरित्र, दोहरा चेहरा, दोहरे मानदंड, लोकसभा में एक बात, राज्यसभा में दूसरी बात। सिर्फ 3.5 क्लॉज का बिल है ना। उनके तो बड़े बड़े विद्वान वकील राज्यसभा में बैठे हुए हैं, तो बहस में अपनी बात कह देते। उनका सही सलाह मैं सुनने को तैयार था, लेकिन उनका इरादा सेलेक्ट कमेटी का कम है, बिल को रोकने और लेट करने का कम है, ताकि खवातीनों के साथ बेइंसाफी होती रहे।
सर, आखिरी सवाल, कल की क्या उम्मीद करें? कल बिल पास हो सकता है या फिर इस सेशन में?
हमारी पूरी कोशिश होगी कि महिलाओं के हक के लिए हम लड़ें। कांग्रेस पार्टी से उम्मीद करेंगे कि वोट बैंक की पॉलिटिक्स में इतनी बार हार चुके हैं और कितना हारेंगे।
तो आप देख सकते हैं कि सरकार की तरफ से रविशंकर प्रसाद जी का साफ कहना है कि जो पुराने बिल हैं, पर वोट बैंक की पॉलिटिक्स को छोड़कर सभी दलों को साथ मिलकर इस बिल पर वोटिंग करनी चाहिए। कैमरामैन DK पांडे के साथ नवविक्रम सिंह, राज्यसभा TV, दिल्ली।
Moving on to Maharashtra now, where day-long angry protests and shutdown by Dalit groups hit several towns and cities across the state. Sporadic incidents of violence paralyzed parts of Maharashtra during the protest, while pockets of Mumbai and its neighbouring areas like Thane and Goregaon witnessed disruption of road and rail traffic.
The Maharashtra Bandh was called off by Dalit community leaders on Wednesday. The community was protesting against the violence that hit a Dalit celebration and left a 28-year-old man dead on Monday.
Today's bandh has been withdrawn by us. लोगों ने जिस तरह से हमको सपोर्ट दिया वो हुआ है। आज का प्रोग्राम, आज का जो बंद था वो शांतिपूर्वक हुआ है। ये भी हम लोग मानते हैं। बम्बई के अंदर कोई 2 घटना छोड़ने के बाद मेरे ख्याल से सभी शांति की व्यवस्था बनी है वहाँ पर।
The violence that broke out during the 200th anniversary celebrations of the Bhima-Koregaon battle paralyzed the cities of Mumbai, Pune and Aurangabad as Dalit groups took to the streets. 9 people were detained by the Pune Rural Police in the riots in Bhima-Koregaon. Normal life was disrupted in Mumbai as protesters attacked city buses, stopped suburban local services and blocked roads. Schools and colleges also remained shut for the day.
ये गलत है, ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए। प्रोटेस्ट होना चाहिए, कोई अगर इशू है तो बड़ो पीसफुली होना चाहिए। ऐसे लाइफ डिस्ट्रक्शन करके, प्रॉपर्टी जो बस व्हीकल ये सब डिस्ट्रक्शन करके कुछ फायदा नहीं है, इससे कुछ मिलने वाला नहीं है।
हमने किसी को स्कूल के लिए ऑफ है करके नहीं भेजा। पेरेंट ने का खुद का डिसीजन था कि वो भेजेंगे, तो हार्डली 50 चिल्ड्रन वर देयर, सिर्फ 50 बच्चे आए थे, तो फोन करके हमने बोला कि वो भी पेरेंट आके लेके जा रहे हैं।
Thane and Goregaon witnessed disruption of road and rail traffic. Section 144 was imposed in Thane area till midnight of January 4th. In Aurangabad, despite heavy police presence, protesters threw stones and vandalized vehicles. Administration also suspended internet services for the day. In Nagpur, most schools and markets remained shut and bus services were disrupted as protests were held in sensitive parts of the town. A man was also injured during an incident of stone pelting. Meanwhile, the state government has ordered a judicial inquiry into the root cause of the violence.
जहां अन्याय हुआ है वहां जांच के आदेश दिए हैं और मुख्यमंत्री का कर्तव्य है कि किसी भी वर्ग पर, किसी भी समाज पर अन्याय ना हो। यही मुख्यमंत्री करते हैं, वही मुख्यमंत्री ने 3 साल तक किया है। तो उनकी अपील को जनता सुने। मैं भी अपील करता हूं कि शांतता बनाए रखें। जिसने भी गलती की है उसे बख्शा नहीं जाने की बात सीएम ने कही है।
Political parties reacted cautiously over the violence, appealing for restoration of peace.
ये राज्य सरकार को मालूम था कि हर साल 3 लाख 4 लाख लोग वहां जमा होते हैं, तो किस तरीके का वहां पर पुलिस की व्यवस्था होनी चाहिए थी और किस ढंग से वहां पर सबको प्रोटेक्शन देना चाहिए था। तो इसमें महाराष्ट्र गवर्नमेंट ने उसमें फेल हुआ।
हम पुरोगामी प्रोग्रेसिव स्टेट, आदर्श स्टेट कहते हैं देश में, वहाँ अगर इस प्रकार का जातीय दंगा भड़के और लोग एक दूसरे के खिलाफ रास्ते पर पत्थरबाजी करे, आगजनी करे, ये ना राज्य के लिए ना देश के लिए अच्छी बात है।
Fadnavis ought to have known that even if the little sparkle, concerning a Dalit's death had been noticed, whether in Pune and Aurangabad or any other place within Maharashtra, he should have had sufficient intelligence information that we have to guard all the Dalit bastis.
The violence started on Monday after a man was killed in clashes between Dalits and alleged right-wing groups during celebrations to commemorate the 200th anniversary of the Battle of Bhima Koregaon near Pune. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha Television.
The issue resonated in Parliament as well. Opposition parties disrupted proceedings of Rajya Sabha on Wednesdays. Party demanded discussion on the issue due to the opposition's protest. Proceedings went thrice in the upper house.
Soon after the House took up formal business for the day, Chairman M. Venkaiah Naidu allowed Leader of Opposition Ghulam Nabi Azad to make his submission. However, other opposition members tried to speak on the issue simultaneously. As the uproar prevailed, the chair was compelled to adjourn proceedings till noon.
आप जो बोल रहे हो रिकॉर्ड में नहीं जा रहे। रवि जी आप इतना सीनियर है, अनुभवी है, रिकॉर्ड में नहीं जा रहे तो फायदा क्या है?
When the House resumed for question hour, similar scenes were witnessed. The chair urged the members to allow the House to function. As the opposition refused to relent, the chair adjourned the House till 2 p.m. Even in the post-lunch session, the opposition parties disrupted proceedings over the same issue, leading to the adjournment of the House till 3.
House is adjourned up to 3 p.m.
Kriti Mishra's report for Rajya Sabha TV.
The issue came up in Lok Sabha as well, with Congress demanding statement from Prime Minister in the House. Congress leader Mallikarjun Kharge also asked that matter be probed by a panel led by Supreme Court judge. The government, however, countered Congress charges, saying the party was politicizing the issue.
A Supreme Court judge should be appointed, and he should inquire this, not the state, because the state government has taken a decision that is a different thing. But here the Prime Minister come and make a statement. I demand, it is my demand.
Madam, our party and our leader Mamata Banerjee believes in harmony between classes. Any clash between two groups or two castes is condemnable. I think that the Maharashtra government failed totally in anticipating the situation and preventing the violence.
मल्लिकार्जुन खड़गे जी जो महाराष्ट्र में समस्या शुरू हुई है उसका निदान नहीं करना चाहते हैं, उसको भड़काना चाहते हैं, उसमें राजनीति करना चाहते हैं। यानी कांग्रेस आज के दिन में हताशा में है।
After a day of violence in Maharashtra and disruptions in Parliament over the issue, Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu advocated peaceful resolution of simmering social tension in the country. Speaking at a book launch function in New Delhi on Wednesday, the Vice President said that one should speak against injustice in society, but there should be no politics over social and caste tensions.
Upset over the recent caste violence in Maharashtra, Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu has urged people to maintain peace.
ये देश का दुर्भाग्य है, इतना साल के बाद भी दलित वर्सेस नॉन दलित, फॉरवर्ड वर्सेस बैकवर्ड, जब तक समाज में ये असमानता है तब तक इश्यूज रहेंगे, मगर वो एक दूसरे के खिलाफ लड़वाना और इसमें हिंसा लाने से नुकसान होगा कमजोर लोगों को, ये हमेशा याद रखना चाहिए.
On Tuesday, violent clashes took place between Marathas and Dalit groups in some parts of Maharashtra, killing one person and affecting normal life in cities including Mumbai, Pune and Nagpur. The issue also disrupted Rajya Sabha proceedings on Wednesday morning.
दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण से कुछ लोग जाति का विवादों को राजनीतिक रूप दे रहे, राजनीतिक रूप दिया, विषय खत्म, कंट्रोवर्सी, विवाद, न्याय नहीं होगा, यही हो रहा है हमारे देश में. इसलिए राजनीति अपना जगह पे रहे, अपना मैनिफेस्टो में, अपना विचारधारा में, अपना सरकार का एजेंडा में, उनका उत्थान के लिए आप क्या क्या कर रहे हैं, क्या क्या किया और क्या क्या करेंगे, ये प्राथमिकता होना चाहिए। केवल बोलने से नहीं तो दूसरे व्यक्तियों के बारे में प्रदर्शन करके उनके खिलाफ बोलने से देश के हित में नहीं है, समाज के हित में नहीं है।
The Vice President also asked everyone to avoid playing politics over simmering social tensions in the country and resolve them peacefully. Krishnanand Tripaঠি's report for Rajya Sabha TV.
The Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs, chaired by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, gave a go-ahead to a number of important decisions on Wednesday. The Cabinet has given its approval for establishment of new aims in Bilaspur, Himachal Pradesh under the Pradhan Mantri Swasthya Suraksha Yojana. The cost of the project is Rs 1,351 crores. It has approved amendments in the Model Concession Agreement to make port projects more investor-friendly and make investment climate in the port sector more attractive. Jal Marg Vikas project for enhanced navigation on Haldia-Varanasi stretch of National Waterway 1 at the cost of Rs 5,369.18 crore with technical assistance and investment support of the World Bank. The project is expected to be completed by March 2023. Cabinet approves extension of norms for mandatory packaging in jute materials. The decision would sustain core demand for jute sector and support the livelihood of workers and farmers dependent on this sector. Cabinet approves construction, operation, maintenance of two-lane bi-directional Jozila tunnel with parallel escape tunnel in Jammu and Kashmir. Memorandum of Understanding between India and Israel on cooperation in oil and gas sector expected to provide impetus to India-Israel ties in the energy sector. Agreement between India and Myanmar on land border crossing. Union Minister Hardeep Puri filed his nomination on Wednesday as BJP candidate for the lone Rajya Sabha seat from Uttar Pradesh. The by-poll for Rajya Sabha seat was negotiated following vacancy that came up during resignation of Manohar Parrikar, who returned to go as Chief Minister. Diplomat and politician 65-year-old Puri was sworn in as Minister in September and was allocated the Housing and Urban Development Ministry. Since he was not a member of Parliament, he has to enter either Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha within stipulated 6 months after taking oath. The Election Commission has announced the elections last Friday. The last date of filing nominations for election is January 5th. Polling and counting of votes will take place on January 16th.
अपने भारतीय जनता पार्टी के अध्यक्ष श्री अमित शाह जी का धन्यवाद करना चाहूँगा, यूपी के अध्यक्ष पांडे जी का धन्यवाद करना चाहूँगा और प्रधानमंत्री जी जिन्होंने मुझे मंत्रिमंडल में लिया और अब राज्यसभा में वो और योगी जी ला रहे हैं, उनका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद करना चाहूँगा। यूपी का भारतीय राजनीति में, इतिहास में, संस्कृति में एक बहुत ही महत्वपूर्ण स्थान है और किसी भी भारतीय नागरिक, किसी भी व्यक्ति को यूपी को रिप्रेजेंट करने का मौका दिया जाए, मैं समझता हूं इससे बड़ा सेवा का कोई और राजनीति में मौका नहीं हो सकता।
The US is considering new regulations to prevent extension of H1B visas, likely affecting thousands of Indians. The move is part of President Donald Trump's Buy American, Hire American initiative. It will impact several tech firms and hit thousands of Indian IT professionals. The move will directly stop foreign workers from keeping their H1B visas while the green card applications are pending. The initiative aims to impose new restrictions to prevent abuse and misuse of H1B visas, besides ending the provision of granting extension for those who already have had a green card. The H1B visa is a non-immigrant visa that allows US companies to employ foreign workers in specialty occupation that requires theoretical or technical expertise. It's typically issued for 3 to 6 years to employers to hire a foreign worker. But H1B holders who have begun the green card process can often renew their work visas indefinitely. The proposed changes would have a dramatic effect, particularly on Indian visa holders, considering more than half of all H1B visas have been awarded to Indian nationals. The United States is continuing its tirade against Pakistan. In the latest remark from Trump administration, the US has accused Pakistan of playing double game for years. The US is also withholding $255 million in aid from Pakistan because of its failure to cooperate fully in America's fight against terrorism. US Ambassador to United Nations Nikki Haley said this on Tuesday. The statement comes days after Donald Trump hit out at Pakistan in a tweet for its reluctance to fight terror.
The administration is withholding $255 million in assistance to Pakistan. There are clear reasons for this. Pakistan has played a double game for years. They work with us at times and they also harbor the terrorists that attack our troops in Afghanistan. That game is not acceptable to this administration. We expect far more cooperation from Pakistan in the fight against terrorism. The President is willing to go to great lengths to stop all funding from Pakistan as they continue to harbor and support terrorism.
North Korean leader Kim Jong-un has reopened a key cross-border communication channel with South Korea for the first time in nearly 2 years, considered to be a major diplomatic breakthrough following a year of escalating hostility that could pave way for future talks. This has come after Kim's New Year's address on Monday, when he said he was willing to send a delegation to next month's Winter Olympics in South Korea.
South Korea has welcomed North Korea's decision to reopen a long-closed border hotline for Korean talks. South Korea confirmed it had received a call from the North.
어제 우리 측이 밝힌 판문점 남북 연락 채널의 정상화 제안에 대해 북측이 호응해 나온 것을 환영하며 이 판문점 연락 채널을 통해 어제 제의한 남북 당국 회담 개최와 관련된
North Korea made the announcement to reopen the hotline almost 2 years after it was disabled on the orders of leader Kim Jong-un. The talks aim to establish a formal dialogue about sending a North Korean delegation to Pyeongchang Winter Olympics in South Korea next month.
우리는 최고 지도부의 뜻을 받들어 진지한 입장과 성실한 자세에서 남조선 축과 긴밀한 연계를 취할 것이며
Meanwhile, the US has expressed skepticism on North Korea's move, saying that it is up to South Korea whether to hold talks with the North. US President Donald Trump also tweeted that his nuclear button was much bigger and more powerful than the North Korean leaders.
We won't take any of the talks seriously if they don't do something to ban all nuclear weapons in North Korea. We consider this to be a very reckless regime. We don't think we need a Band-Aid, and we don't think we need to smile and take a picture. We think that we need to have them stop nuclear weapons, and they need to stop it now. So North Korea can talk with anyone they want, but the U.S. is not going to recognize it or acknowledge it until they agree to ban the nuclear weapons that they have.
China, on the other hand, said it welcomes and supports all efforts by the two countries to ease tensions on the Korean peninsula.
朝方参加平昌冬奥会等释放的积极信息，这是一件好事情。中方欢迎并支持朝韩双方以此为契机，为改善相互的关系，推动缓和。
The two Korean nations have not held high-level talks since December 2015. North Korea cut off communication channels then, repeatedly refusing to answer calls. According to the South Korean Unification Ministry, there are a total of 33 direct lines that North and South Korea once used in order to communicate with each other. This particular phone line, established in 1971, is based in Panmunjom. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
Let's take a look at some more important updates from across the world in Global Buzz. India has cancelled a $500 million deal to buy 1,600 spiked anti-tank guided missiles from Israel. The decision to cancel the deal was taken around the same time that New Delhi was finalizing purchase of 131 Barak surface-to-air missiles from the same Israeli firm. The firm, Rafael, has said it regretted India's decision but remained committed to cooperating with the Defence Ministry. After days of anti-government protest across different cities, Iran witnessed pro-government rallies on Wednesday. Thousands of people took part in rallies held in cities of Ahvaz, Kermanshah and Gorgan. Marchers waved Iranian flags and pictures of Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. On Tuesday, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei had blamed Iran's enemies for stirring up unrest in the country, in which 21 people were killed. A Canadian man who had spent 5 years with his family in militant captivity in Afghanistan was arrested in Ottawa and faced several charges, including assault and forcible confinement. Josh Boyle, his wife and 3 children arrived back in Canada last October. Police have laid 15 charges against Boyle, including 8 counts of assault, 2 counts of sexual assault, 2 counts of forcible confinement and 1 count of uttering death threats. At least 48 people died after a bus tumbled down a cliff onto a rocky beach in Peru. According to police, 36 bodies were transferred to morgue of the town of Chansey, while another 12 bodies were still trapped inside the bus. 6 survivors who were suffering from serious injuries were evacuated to hospitals. The bus was carrying some 50 passengers when it crashed into a trawler truck and skidded off-road about 40 kilometers north of Lima. Now here are some updates from World of Sports in the Sports Beat. Ace Indian tennis player Yuki Bhamri advanced to the second round of ongoing Tata Open tournament in Pune. Bhamri beat Arjun Khade 6-3, 6-4 in the opening round. Bhamri will next face 8-seed Frenchman Pierre-Hugues Herbert. Meanwhile, India's Sumit Nagpal bowed out of the tournament. Nagpal lost to Belarusian Ilya Ivashka. In the doubles event, Indian pair of Jeevdan Nedun Chechian and Rohan Bopanna qualified for quarterfinals. The pair beat compatriot duo of Leander Paes and Purav Raja 6-3, 6-2. New Zealand defeated West Indies by 119 runs in third and final T20 match at Mount Maungani. This was New Zealand's biggest ever T20 victory. Batting first, the Kiwis scored whopping 243 for 5 in the 20 overs innings, with Colin Munro scoring 104 runs. With a century, Munro became first batsman to make 3 centuries in T20 internationals. Australia pace bowler Mitchell Starc is back in Australian squad. He will play in the Sydney Test starting this Thursday. Starc will replace Jackson Bird in the squad. Starc missed the 4th Ashes Test against England after an injury. His comeback means left-armer spinner Ashton Agar, who was added to Australia's squad for the 5th Test, will not be playing 11 for the 5th Test. Australia's Nick Kyrgios beat compatriot Matthew Ebden 6-7, 7-6, 6-2 and moved into quarterfinals at Brisbane International. Third-seeded Kyrgios called for medical timeout after 9 games and had a treatment for left knee. Kyrgios will face former Brisbane International runner-up Alexander Doglopov of Ukraine. Switzerland's Hopman Cup team of Roger Federer and Belinda Bencic beat Russia in Perth. Federer beat Karen Khachanov 6-3, 7-6 in first rubber. In women's singles, Bencic beat Russia's Anastasia Pavlyuchenkova 6-1, 3-6, 6-3. The mixed doubles went to 3 sets, with Swiss pair defeating Russians 4-3, 3-4, 4-1. That's it for now. Keep watching Rajya Sabha TV for more. Thank you.